Hey, welcome to the 2022 Tactic Holiday Habits Challenge. This year we're calling the challenge the Lookout Challenge because we're fundraising and donating to the Looking Out Foundation. So far, to date, our fundraising total is just over $28,000, which is amazing. If you've signed up and donated, thank you. If you haven't yet, don't worry, there's still time. The challenge doesn't start till this Friday, November 25th. This is our fourth year running a Holiday Habits Challenge in between American Thanksgiving and the Christmas holiday. This is a time of year where it's easy to focus a lot of effort and energy on other people and neglect your own health. Our challenge is designed to be easy, approachable, and have you feeling like you don't necessarily need to set that New Year's resolution. Like last year, this year involves some habit stacking, but we're splitting it up into 4 themed weeks: a nourishing week, a moving week, a grounding week, and a giving week. Each week focuses on a different area of wellness, and you'll bring habits from the previous weeks with you to the very end. This is a challenge that everyone can do. You don't have to be fit, you don't have to be an expert in nutrition, you don't have to do CrossFit, you don't even have to exercise. There's something in this challenge for everybody. We'll start by answering some questions. What if I can't do everything in the challenge? That's okay. Just because there's new tasks added each day doesn't mean you have to do them. It also means if your circumstances change and you can't do everything on every day, that's okay. Just do your best. We want to avoid the all or nothing mentality. Just because you can't do it perfectly doesn't mean there isn't some value in doing it imperfectly. There's no right or wrong way to do this challenge. There's just your way. Why does it start on a Friday? Super weird, right? Well, we're starting it on a Friday because it's the day after American Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday, the official start of the holiday season. We've also structured this challenge so that the first 3 days are a little bit easier, which means on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the weekend days, you'll get the easiest tasks. This tends to work better with people's schedule, but if you'd rather start it on Monday, you can do that. What's most important is that you do this challenge when and how it's going to be most doable for you. You do not have to participate and tag on social media. This is different than last year. But if you do tag us, tag at Tactic Nutrition, use the hashtag #TacticLooksOut to be eligible to win our weekly drawings from our sponsors and friends. Someone asked what gets us excited for this challenge. Well, you might look at us and think, well, we have everything dialed in. And we do have a lot of things dialed in. But even people who've been in the fitness and nutrition game for a long time can benefit from going back to the basics. So this is a time of year where we're reminded that the basics can make a big difference in how we feel day to day. All right, so week 1 is coming up on Friday. Week 1 is going to be our nutrition, our nourishing week. So the habits that we're building this week are going to be focused on water intake, on planning meals, on including vegetables and protein at each meal, on sleeping 8 hours a night. We believe that nutrition is foundational. It sits at the base of the wellness pyramid. We're focusing on it first. So as you progress to weeks 2, 3, and 4, you'll bring with you some nutrition habits from week 1. If you did our nutrition challenge last year, you're probably familiar with the morning margarita. This is our favorite way to get in water first thing in the morning. And it's the very first task in this challenge. So you can drink plain water, that's totally fine. But if you want to spice it up a little bit, throw some lemon in it and a pinch of pink salt or gray salt or whatever salt you have. It's not a magical elixir, it's not going to cure you, but you get in 12 ounces of water, you get in some vitamin C, and you get in some electrolytes. It's a really great way to start the day. And there are people from last year who still do this every single day. After day 1, we'll shift our focus to food with planning breakfast. Day 3 is focused on sleep. And then we're focusing on vegetables, protein, fruit, and finally, on the last day, we love this, eating something you enjoy. Personally, I'm going to be back home in North Carolina on that final day, so I'll be enjoying some North Carolina barbecue before I come back to Canada. If you miss one day, let's say you drink water day 1 and you totally forget on day 2. That's okay. You're not out. You don't have to give up. Just pick up the habit on day 3. If you need some examples for meals or meal structure, we included an example week of eating in the challenge document, so take a look at that. Last thing, you might be tempted to do all the habits starting on day 1. And if you've been doing this for a long time, sure. But if you're new to nutrition, new to fitness, new to habit building, Start slow. It's gonna feel really easy and potentially silly to start a habits challenge drinking 1 glass of water. But we promise you, if you take it slow and stick with the structure of this challenge, you will come away with some pretty great habits. Thank you again for everyone who signed up. It really does mean a lot. Like I said, if you haven't signed up yet, there's still time. Head on over to our website, tacticmethod.com. Click on challenge from our main menu and sign up there. It's totally free, but if you'd like to donate, we would really appreciate that. We're looking forward to it. See you out there. Pro tip, put your glass of water by your toothbrush. Fill it up every night before you go to bed.